studio. Time for Middays with Marcus Maven.
All five-star reviews, which means they're exactly what you've been looking for. So go visit them at 11501 Plantside Drive in Louisville, Kentucky, or call 502-494-0120. Again, that's Windows Plus, so make the call.
This is Brandon Lang. You know me from being a regular on The Diener Show and from Matthew McConaughey portraying me in the movie Two for the Money. I had enough of going bald about a year ago, and I had to do something about it, and do something about it now. 13 places to get hair surgery done. I realize one of the best places in the country is right here in Louisville, the Parsley.
Sports Center update.
Good morning, I'm Brian Hall. The Sports Center update brought to you by Big League Haircuts. Play hard, look good. The Louisville football team wrapped up the 2019 season with a 38-28 win over Mississippi State yesterday in the Music City Bowl. The Cards were led by Mikhail Cunningham's 279 yards passing with 2 touchdowns and no interceptions to go along with 16 carries for 81 yards. Javian Hawkins also had 23 carries for 105 yards, and Tutu Atwell had 9 catches for 147 yards. The Cards went into halftime down 14-10, and Coach Satterfield talked about the adjustments he made in the second half.
At halftime, we said, listen, guys, take all that emotion and channel it to each other. We're not talking to the other team. We can't control anything that happens with the referees. Focusing on each other. And that third quarter, man, it was awesome. We came out in that third quarter fired up, and our guys played. And then we felt at that point, man, we're going to win this football game.
The Cards finished the year 8-5. The WKU Hilltoppers also ended their season on a high note with a 23-20 win over Western Michigan in the First Responders Bowl yesterday. The Tops were led by quarterback Ty Story, who threw for 358 yards and 2 touchdowns to go along with 30 yards rushing. The Tops finished the year 9-4 after WKU kicker Corey Munson hit a 52-yard field goal with no time left on the clock. The Kentucky Wildcats wrap up their season today in the Belk Bowl against Virginia Tech at noon. The Hokies are currently 2.5-point favorites, and you can catch the live play-by-play of the Belk Bowl on our sister station, ESPN 680. Keep it locked here. Middays with Marcus Maben is next. This is SportsCenter.
Hey Louisville, this is Lamar Jackson, and you're listening to the Ravens Radio Network on 93.9 The Ville.
Don't miss a snap Lamar Jackson takes this year.
He's at the 5, sidesteps a man at the 3, spins in, touchdown Lamar Jackson.
93.9 The Ville is your home for the Baltimore Ravens all season long. We'll carry every game of Louisville's Heisman Trophy winner in the pros, as 93.9 The Ville is the newest affiliate of the Ravens Radio Network.
Looking for the end zone, fires down the sideline, he's got Mark Andrews, touchdown Ravens.
Ravens football is brought to you by Liquor Barn. Download their app and have Liquor Barn delivered to you. And by Molly Malone's St. Matthews, home of the Lamar Bar.
The renovations are over and Caesars Southern Indiana is now open and better than ever. You heard me right. The new $90 million casino is open and features all your betting favorites, including bars, lounges, and a sports book for on-site betting. Whether it's game day or post time, watch all the action on large screen TVs and enjoy your favorite sports with friends in our fan caves. Come for the sports and stay for a betting experience like never before. It's all happening today at Caesars Southern Indiana.
Perrin Johnson here. Have you heard about things heating up at Molly Malone's in St. Matthews? Have you heard about the Lamar Bar and the Ravens Nest upstairs? Molly Malone's in St. Matthews is hosting all Ravens watch parties with weekly prizes and monthly drawings. They are also having bucket and pitcher specials, even a team tub, as well as burgers, barbecue, house-made pizza, and even a crab cake burger. Things are also heating up and on fire on Saturdays for college football. They have a new sports menu in Molly Malone's in St. Matthews, and it is the spot to cheer on your favorite team. For all your early Premier League action from across the pond, My Malone's in St. Matthews is your only destination. My Malone's in St. Matthews has built its own Bloody Mary bar. They also offer bottomless mimosas, a brunch menu every Saturday and Sunday from 10 to 2. They open even earlier for those 7:30 games. Find out more about weekly events at My Malone's and check them out on Facebook and Instagram. For reservations, call 502-882-2222. Go Lamar and go Ravens.
At Which, they believe that a great sandwich has the power to make any day better. Which has launched their new favorites menu, including clubs with top-quality grilled and breaded chicken, plus new shakes, including birthday cake, the famous Courtney's Cookie, and yellow M&M shakes. 2 area locations, 221 South Hurstburn Parkway and Old Brownsboro Crossing. Mention ESPN, you'll get a large build-your-own Which for just $6.80. Order online or download the new app. Which, superior sandwiches.
This is Mark Ennis for Court Physical Therapy. Do you have neck pain, headaches, or plantar fasciitis? Research has proven that dry needling is helpful to release tension. Dry needling is not acupuncture. Court Physical Therapy has physical therapists certified in dry needling. They use advanced techniques to help you increase function and decrease pain. Dry needling is covered by insurance, and you do not need a referral. Schedule an appointment online at court.com. With over 50 locations, Court is close to you. Check out court.com. That's KORT.com.
I'm former Louisville basketball player Luke Hancock. When the NCAA tried to take away the Most Outstanding Player Award from the 2013 tournament, I got it back, thanks to Morgan & Morgan. Morgan & Morgan is the personal injury firm that fights for the people, and their team treats clients like family. Morgan & Morgan changed my life, and if you've been injured in a car crash, at work, or in a slip and fall, they may be able to change yours. For a free consultation, dial #LAW on your cell phone. That's #529, offices Louisville.
Check out Louisville Sports Live, the city's longest-running all U of L sports talk show, every Wednesday at 6 o'clock, right here on 93.9 The Ville. Check us out daily at Louisville.
That's Steve.
Follow us on Twitter.
Do you want me to lock him in?
All the best.
Do you want me to lock him in so we can take calls?
At 6 o'clock, right here on 93.9 The Ville.
This is Marcus Maben, and you're listening to 93.9 The Ville from the OPC Services Studio.
I'll put Steve on because I'm going to lock him in so we can take calls.
Middays with Marcus Maben on 93.9 The Ville is broadcasting live from the OPC Pest Service.
And then you'll do the calls like normal after that.
Here's Marcus Maben.
Welcome back. Welcome back. Yes, YouTube is back rolling. Welcome back to Middays with Marcus Maben. Oh, reminiscing day. New Year's reminiscing day, people. I tried to warn you. I apologize before the show starts. Like, this is my therapy day. Some people party on New Year's. Some people, listen, I just like to reminisce.
I got a call during the break, and it was a pretty good one, and it was actually from softball dad Dustin, who called in and said a commercial reminded him of this. That what about Luke Hancock getting back his MOP award?
That
being
is,
one of the top moments.
Golly, I am so happy for Luke Hancock on that one.
Yep.
That I am so, and again, for the fan base, that totally cracked the door for hope. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That was just one of those hopeful, very, very hopeful moments to everybody.
A big moment for the Louisville fan base.
Yeah. You made me think of something else when you said that. I don't know. Put Steve through.
You got it.
Rummage, what's going on, man?
What's going on, man? How you doing today? It sounds like you are a what is it? A emotional drinker or something?
Yes.
That's fair.
It's been a good year, man.
It's been a great year. It's not been a good year. It's been an absolutely great year. I've loved. Listen, here's the thing, and this is why people got to go on the journey with you, because today I was a fan of the show. And you come on, and I'm kind of like, at the beginning, I'm like, dude, let's talk about this game. Are you kidding me? Like, This was awesome.
Right.
And this is why you trust the person doing the show. Because as you went on, I was like, this is awesome. Like, this is awesome. Kind of going back, racking my brain, reminding myself of the great. I mean, you brought up so many moments, and I'm almost to Gatlinburg now, and just even the moment of Jordan Warwick coming back. I remember being here, being in the conference room of the, of the hotel and watching the video and just being like, oh my God, we're actually going to be a top 5 team like this. And it was just awesome, man. So kudos to you.
You remember when we were in that meeting and Pops Enoch said that, we was kind of discussing, talking about it, and just how like we didn't appreciate how big of news that was. And we were just going to let it like trickle out or whatever. But it was like that day of saying, uh-oh.
Do you know when I knew it was huge? Is when we went and we were walking through the Yum Center practice facility, and we got through the kitchen part of it.
Oh.
And Steve Enoch was in there, and we were just kind of, like, what's going on, man? Like, hey, and just kind of dap him up and say, hey, look, that's not what we do. And he was like, oh, man, don't worry about it. I was more telling Pops to chill.
Right.
And I was like, wow, so that actually did have a little bit of an effect, man. Like, there's so much great stuff that you could take from this weekend, and you've done a great job at it. But
what did I miss?
Yesterday was awesome.
Yeah. Listen. And before you go down that line, let me say this. If I had a penny for how many I should have went to Nashville's that I saw yesterday, just for starters, I was envying that trip that you took. And that's one of those, like, usually when I don't spend money, I'm always like counting the money I didn't spend, and I'm always pumped. That's one I would have gladly, saw a significant decline in my bank account to have went to that game.
Listen, if it hadn't been for my parents, wanting to do this Gatlinburg week and do New Year's Eve down here, I'm going to openly admit, when that Tennessee thing fell through, yesterday's a trip I probably wouldn't have made.
Uh-huh.
It's one I would have talked about, and I would have said, I'll probably do it, and then I wouldn't have done it. And I'm so glad I could be down there for that game with that crowd. I mean, it felt bigger than what was happening on the landscape.
I'm listening.
There was a moment down there, not even a specific moment, but just being down there, it felt like something special was happening. And you guys had the conversation earlier with Jeff Brom. Could Brom have won 8 games? Listen, I kind of disagree. I absolutely think Brom could have won 8 games, and I think he probably would have.
Right.
But what you watched yesterday was somebody coming in and not just fixer-upper in the house. You know, not just, okay, we can make a few adjustments here, boom, boom, boom. Okay, yeah, we can sell this house. But somebody tore the house down, rebuilt the foundation, and restarted to build a home. And that's a home that you could live in for years. And that's what it felt like you're watching. And I know I'm doing you. I'm turning emotional all of a sudden, like with the whole thing.
That's what it looked like, Steve. It looked like I mean, like, where did this? Okay, this fan base almost like, and you know how I mean this. On TV, it looked like that was a winning program. You know what I'm saying? Like, you just looked like this is what we do. It didn't, and I'm kind of surprised at myself by how shocked I was about how, I mean, it looked like the fan base was, even the concert thing that Vince Tyree and them put together and Lonnie Stockwell put together. I mean, that thing looked awesome. The night before stuff. But what I'm saying is, when you watch the game and that camera pans the crowd, I mean, it looked like they were just like having, like, it looked like they were in a championship. It looked like they were playing for a conference championship or something.
Yeah, no, absolutely, man. I mean, it was awesome. It was fun, and like I said, I mean, you took it to them, which is what you needed to do. But I mean, like I said, I mean, the game itself was great, where you go out, you win the game, but you did, and then afterwards you start to read. I equated it to the last time we were at the Music City Bowl. That game was over, and people nationally started to say, ooh, better watch out for that squad. That's a good team. And afterwards, I'm reading things like Howard Feynman on Twitter saying, man, if Satterfield keeps those freshmen and sophomores together, they'll compete for a national championship their senior year. You start to read tweets where people say, man, this Louisville team right here, this is the real deal. They're going to be good. This team next year is going to start out somewhere in the top 20. I'm going to say that right now. And you can laugh right now, whatever. But watch how it grows. Remember, you laughed at me, not you, but you who would laugh, you laughed when Steve Rummage was on the air last year after a Minnesota loss and said, yeah, the media, if Jordan Warwick comes back, the media is going to fall in love with that team. That's going to be a top 5 preseason team. And you said, top 5? Oh, my God. They just Minnesota. They don't have nothing to be top 5 with. I mean, maybe top 18. Yeah, well, top 5 all year so far, just fell out and fell to number 7.
Were you surprised about that?
No, I think people respect this team. I think anybody outside of us who just despised losing to Kentucky watched that game and said, man, it's a pretty good team. A few things didn't go their way today, but, I mean, they beat Kentucky anywhere else. I mean, Kentucky moved up 2 spots.
Were you surprised with that?
People fall in love with Kentucky because of that game.
Mm-hmm.
They realized, the nation realized, Louisville did some things they don't normally do. I mean, that was proof in the polls.
Yeah, and Rupp looked awesome.
Yeah, you're like, it was tough. I mean, Kentucky's not really all that great of a team, but, I mean, it was tough. So that's why Kentucky moved up 2 spots. But, yeah, I mean, just everything that happened yesterday, man. And then props, by the way, happy birthday, Mark Ennis. And props to Mark Ennis for bringing some things up on the postgame yesterday. When he said things along the lines, I mean, I was so piqued when he said, Malik Cunningham's going to be a dark horse on a lot of people's Heisman list next year. And I got to thinking, I almost called in and said, Mark, you're 100% right. You know who else will be? Javian Hawkins. You know who else will be? Tutu Atwell. You've got a big 3 that you have for 2 more years.
You might get the special teams player of the year in Hassan Hall.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
And you have these guys
when he was
for a couple more years.
When Hall was healthy, he was a game threat to take it the whole way. every time.
100%. 100%. And right before his injury, like you said, man, he was in a zone returning the football.
Where he was just he was just seeing things.
Yeah, I mean, if you can't wake up this morning and have a little bit of perspective about where we're headed as a football team, really, you told us earlier a little more, but go a little bit deeper. Look, Mississippi. He said, "I'd not go."
Yeah, is it? Steve, you sound terrible now. Are you still moving?
Yeah.
Okay. You sound good right there.
Okay, all right. Am I good?
Oh yeah. Repeat the last 20 seconds.
Okay, no, I said I talked to a guy. You told the story. I talked to the guy in the breakfast room this morning. He said, I would not go to a bowl game next year if we could poach Scott Satterfield from you guys.
Wait a minute. What?
He said, I would not go. And this is a guy who now, remember, his rival is Ole Miss. They're through the roof right now. They just hired Kiffin. They're talking about, man, we're going to be rolling. He said, I would set out of a bowl game next year if we could poach Scott Satterfield from you guys.
So basically, he would go through a 2-10 year to get what he just saw on the field.
He said that was great football, man. And, I mean, it's just the facts. And when you put everything in perspective, man, you are just setting in such a great spot with this football team. And of course, the basketball team, too. And that's why I'm wrapping it all the way back around. That's why I'm glad you did what you did today. It didn't just go, hey, the bowl game was awesome. Everything was awesome. And it was, man. It was great. And Elijah went, and that was his first bowl game. And I said, congrats, man. I said, well, 1-0. I said, 1-0 with bowl games. That means you can go back. He said, listen. He said, wait a minute. You got to win bowl games to go back the next year? I said, no. They had to win for you to go back next year.
So you didn't get taken off the bowl trip roster.
Yeah, like you're allowed to continue to go to bowl games. How about that?
That would be funny if you had to win to keep going back to bowl games.
Yeah, I know. He kind of made a good point there. Like, yeah, you could do that. But it was awesome. But the perspective of this year, man, and to add to, man, I mean, a moment not many people have talked about, and that's okay because it may have been bigger for me, but was the Michigan game. You were the number 1 team in the country on ESPN. Playing the number 4
How
team.
good did Jawan Howard look over there?
Oh, it was awesome, man. And to go in and to get that win and be like, look, man, after everything we've been through, to go get a win as the number 1 team in the country in a top 5 game at home, the place is rocking. It was awesome. And we can go through so many memories like that through the years.
Did I forget anything?
Amazing. No, I think y'all hit pretty much everything. I mean, I was screaming for a second because y'all hadn't brought up Lamar Jackson yet.
Yeah. So which Lamar Jackson moment was yours? The New England game?
Probably for me the New England game, but if that would be me literally just picking one. The whole experience has been just incredible. I mean, incredible.
Donovan came to Louisville Live.
I won a wrestling championship this year.
How can we forget that Steve has got to participate in the last childhood dream that had not previously been fulfilled?
I won a wrestling. I fought inside a steel cage this year, Marcus. A steel cage.
A real steel cage, and you have video. You have video of it.
Yeah, like this has been amazing, man. So today should be a day that all of us Louisville fans can really kick up and say, man, we are in a good spot. And then you know what you do in the morning? You're going to wake up, and I'm going to call you, and I'm going to say, all right, he's got to get McMahon off the Florida State game. Like, seriously.
Hey, listen, Coach. If you're not going to make some substitutions, I don't know how much longer I can support you.
Yeah, I can't keep doing this. All right, so you
Listen,
get David.
Listen,
in there,
David,
you get
I don't know
Stan
what
in
you're
there.
doing in practice, but listen, people,
Yeah.
David's just not getting it done in practice. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
listen, he may have been a overrated recruit. I don't know.
But if I go up there with that silly butt lineup and I lose this game Saturday, we're coming for you, bro.
If we lose against Florida State, we're probably going to lose 3 out of the next 5 because, they're all ranked RPI top 30.
Can Satterfield coach basketball? That's
listen,
where I'm going to be.
Listen, the Notre Dame, Pittsburgh's trending up. The Notre Dame, you never win in Notre Dame. So, we're looking at 8 losses.
This is going to be a terrible January. That's where I'm going to be. Yeah, that's exactly where I'm going to be.
Tomorrow at 7 o'clock in the morning, you're not even going to realize New Year's just happened.
I know. Yeah, it's going to be ugly.
So, are you going to do the New Year's diet thing again?
Starting Monday. Yeah, you can't start that down in Gatlinburg. Yeah, that don't work like that.
Right.
Yeah, but hey, Monday is going down, baby. And you know what the worst thing is?
I'm listening.
I have been working out just at home lightly and stuff. I cannot go back to the gym for a couple months because I am not going to be. Too many people know me around Shepherdsville. I'm not going to walk into the gym and people go, "Oh, look, Rummage's New Year, New Me." And I'm not doing it. So
I know that's the worst.
I have to get myself in shape and wait till about March and go back.
Oh, the New Year, New Me's are coming.
Yeah, and I can't be that guy. So,
all right, get back to it, man. Enjoy your vacation.
Hey, listen, we're off tomorrow. Thursday, I'll be in the hotel, so I'll be fully lucid in. I'll be able to go the 2 hours with you. So it's been fun, man. And seriously, I've enjoyed the show today. Enjoyed reliving this, man. Great call. And be safe tonight.
That's a fact. That was Steve Rummage, everybody. Sounds like he's enjoying himself as well.
Definitely.
Let's take our last commercial break.
Gatlinburg has become his second home.
Is that Kentucky player just got punched?
Oh, yeah, it is. Kentucky and Virginia Tech are fighting pregame.
Wait, this is not the one that happened yesterday?
Oh, maybe it is.
Ooh. Bowden does look pretty crunk.
Wow, yeah, he got his shirt ripped off.
No, he did. He took off his shirt.
Oh, yeah.
Listen, Bowden, what I just saw right there, he's a live wire. I see. He's a live wire.
No.
Did he just get punched, though?
Well, I don't know.
Wait a minute. Where did he get that jewelry from?
He did. He had a big chain.
Are we going to act like he just looked like Gucci Man on there?
He had a nice chain.
No, he had like 4. Somebody should have snatched his chain.
Well, I know that they had been there'd been a lot of smack talk leading into this game.
He's out there pushing his own coach. Answer that. Let's see if we need to take that before we take our break.
My bad.
Oh, no.
Call back.
Yeah. Okay, call back. Well, we'll take our last commercial break. Middays with Marcus Maben on 939 The Ville.
Pining for the days of the traditional men's barbershop? Look no further than Big League Haircuts. Serving Louisville for the past 15 years with men in mind. Enjoy a professional haircut that includes shampoo, neck massage, and free neck trims between paid visits for men, all while watching your own personal TV in each chair. No uncomfortable upselling. It's all at one price. Use their convenient online check-in on Facebook and hit the Book Now link. 4 locations to conveniently serve all of Louisville. Play hard, look good with Big League Haircuts.
Are you ready to sell your home? Well, there couldn't be a better time. Houses are going for top dollar and selling quickly. You need to call Jill Blessinger with Keller Williams. She has a team of professionals that will help you sell your home quickly and get the most for it. She is a professional home stager and photographer. And when you're ready to buy, she works with Becky Bleemel of Caliber Home Loans. She makes the loan process very simple. And if you mention you heard this on Middays with Marcus Maben or ESPN, your appraisal is absolutely free. So give Jill a call today at 502-773-0546. That's 502-773-0546. And let her help you today.
Perrin Johnson here. Have you heard about things heating up at Molly Malone's in St. Matthews? Have you heard about the Lamar Bar in the Ravens Nest upstairs? Molly Malone's in St. Matthews is hosting all Ravens watch parties with weekly prizes and monthly drawings. They are also having bucket and pitcher specials, even a team tub, as well as burgers, barbecue, house-made pizza, and even a crab cake burger. Things are also heating up and on fire on Saturdays for college football. They have a new sports menu in My Malone's in St. Matthews, and it is the spot to cheer on your favorite team. For all your early Premier League action from across the pond, My Malone's in St. Matthews is your only destination. My Malone's in St. Matthews has built its own Bloody Mary bar. They also offer bottomless mimosas, a brunch menu every Saturday and Sunday from 10 to 2. They open even earlier for those 7:30 games. Find out more about weekly events at My Malone's and check them out on Facebook and Instagram. For reservations, call 502-882-2222. Go Lamar and go Ravens.
At Which, they believe that a great sandwich has the power to make any day better. Which has launched their new favorites menu, including clubs with top-quality grilled and breaded chicken, plus new shakes, including birthday cake, the famous Courtney's Cookie, and yellow M&M shakes. 2 area locations, 221 South Hurstburn Parkway and Old Brownsboro Crossing. Mention ESPN, you'll get a large build-your-own Which for just $6.80. Order online or download the new app. Which, superior sandwiches.
Mike's Car Wash has extended its wash book sale for all Louisville locations. Now through December 31st, buy 4 washes, get 3 free on our Works and Ultimate washes. Open daily 7 to 9.
This is Mark Ennis for Court Physical Therapy. Do you have neck pain, headaches, or plantar fasciitis? Research has proven that dry needling is helpful to release tension. Dry needling is not acupuncture. Court Physical Therapy has physical therapists certified in dry needling. They use advanced techniques to help you increase function and decrease pain. Dry needling is covered by insurance, and you do not need a referral. Schedule an appointment online at court.com. With over 50 locations, Court is close to you. Check out court.com. That's KORT.com.
Hey, this is Steve Rummage, and I have one question for you. What good is having that beautiful home with that beautiful view if you can't see through the grit and grime of your windows? Or every time you try to open them, it feels like an extensive workout. Let's face it, you and your home deserve better. That's why I'm here to tell you about Windows Plus. They have the best free lifetime transferable warranty, best installation in town, quality products, doors, windows, siding, and gutters. They've also been voted most efficient in 2019 and have an A+ Better Business Bureau rating, including all 5-star reviews, which means they're exactly what you've been looking for. So go visit them at 11501 Plantside Drive in Louisville, Kentucky, or call 502-494-0120. Again, that's Windows Plus, so make the call.
Great job, Steve.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
We always have our focus around here at ESPN Louisville. Not focus with an F, but with a PH.
Focus is our go-to drink when it's time for a pick-me-up around the office. Focus is a naturally energizing caffeinated sparkling water, so it's free of any of the bad stuff you find in sodas and energy drinks.
So pick up a Focus around Louisville at places like Kroger, Lucky's, Rainbow Blossom, Heine Brothers, Paul's Fruit Market, and CVS. And save 15% when you use code ESPN15 at drinkfocus.com. PHOCUS. Try it today.
This is Marcus Maben, and you're listening to 93.9 The Ville from the OPC Services Studio.
You're listening to Middays with Marcus Maben, broadcasting live from the OPC Pest Services Studio on 93.9 The Ville. Now, here's Marcus Maben.
Welcome back. It's Middays with Marcus Maben. We're going to start us off right. Lawrence, thanks for joining us. Fire away.
What's up, Marcus, man?
Chilling.
Is this the time where Louisville may end up struggling for these next 3 games? Because you remember that 13 team when they lost those 3 games in a row, I about ready to fire the coach, and the team wasn't going to win nothing. Is this the month that this Louisville team may start being like that?
I'll listen. I appreciate the call. You can't start it with the rivalry game. You can't do that. Florida State is tough. They can beat you, but I don't think this will be like a lull. Because if you remember, that 13, that was the pressure of getting number 1, which kind of led to the losses. I don't think this team is like just made up that way. The coach is not made. They're not like high strung enough to let one game affect the next game. And I think Coach does roller coasters is something Coach Mack is not. His team doesn't do the roller coaster thing. This team is pretty well like structured. So I don't see any big lull. Like I said, some of these teams are good. They can get you at any time. Will, thanks for joining us on 93.9. Fire away.
Hey, man, I was listening to what's going on down there in Virginia Tech. Where's our hate for Kentucky? Our boys go down there and shrivel up on the basketball court. Virginia Tech, they have no connection. They're down there ready to brawl, man. What's up with that?
Appreciate the call. I mean,
he's got a point, but at the same time, I can bring back up when Bobby Petrino was here and we got into a brawl with Kentucky pregame, but no, we don't have the fight right now.
The problem with that is if you fight and you lose, you're undisciplined, and that's why you're losing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's a bowl game. Like, you're going to feel horrible when you find out your guys are getting in fights. Your Louisville players are running up on Kentucky dudes at the airport getting in fights. You're going to feel embarrassed. Virginia Tech is not happy about that footage of their kids sneak punching people, right?
Yeah.
And if you I made it through this whole year and that
Uh-oh. You all right?
No, I'm not. No fight. You lost in overtime in Rupp Arena. The Kentucky players had 2 career highs and a rebounding career. What game were you watching that you didn't see fight? It's okay to be mad that you lost. But if you didn't see fight, then you don't watch enough sports. Or you just followed it on Twitter. Brian, did they look like they didn't show up?
The basketball team?
Yes.
Went to overtime. In Rupp. Warden.
Wara had a bad game.
Outside of that, the team showed up.
You missed free throws. They fought hard.
Yeah. Take out the free throws and take out or having a bad shooting night. Different game.
Will, I feel you. You don't
Fresh Kimball fought. Stephen Enoch
going
fought. Dwayne Sutton fought.
And punching a Kentucky player in the parking lot or in the beginning of the game is not how you prove. Do you know? Did you hear what Coach Satterfield said? Which we do have the post game, don't we?
Yeah.
Or we can. Coach Satterfield, you fought back against Mississippi State, and they asked him what was your particular motivational speech at halftime. You know what he said? Take that energy and apply it to winning the game.
But at halftime, we said, listen, guys, take all that emotion and channel it to each other. We're not talking to the other team. We can't control anything that happens with the referees. Focusing on each other. I mean, that third quarter, man, it was awesome. We came out in that third quarter fired up, and our guys played. And then we felt at that point, man, we're going to win this football game.
I feel you. You're mad about the game, but don't let that make it. You saw fight. Golly. Yes, Ryan McMahon shot bad. Kentucky played inspired great defense, and it still went overtime.
I got a question.
Dorian Etheridge. Go ahead.
Where did this conversation start? Because we were having such a good talk about everything that happened in the year, and then we were about to talk about the Mississippi State Bowl victory, and we got back on the Louisville-Kentucky loss somehow.
Because I looked up, and Kentucky was getting into a fight pre-show.
Oh, that's right.
And then Will, felt like that's what you need to do to win, and they don't do that enough on our team.
We almost made it through New Year's Eve without any negative.
No, it's impossible.
Hey, can we go back to winning the bowl game? That was pretty cool.
What about Dorian Etheridge first?
That was a BS call. I mean, he was getting his ankle pulled. I think he took maybe one too many stomps at the end, but if you're going to sit there and throw him out of the game, then you need to throw the Mississippi State player who threw a punch out. I'm more mad about the Mississippi State player not getting thrown out.
That last one, yeah, Dorian, you got to go.
He did one too many. Because the last one, his ankle had gotten free.
Yeah.
And it was like, all right, now you need to stop.
Because here's the thing. The problem is, in that moment, again, I'd like to tell the story. The only time I ever nearly got into a fight on a basketball court is when a guy was grabbing my leg. A guy fell, the ball was going the other way, or something. And the guy was just hanging on to my leg. First of all, it's just the game action is going on, and the guy's holding your leg, and it just irritated me. So once I was out of the play completely, because I was literally dragging this guy on one leg, right?
Mm-hmm.
I got so mad that I turned around and I dropped my knees on his chest, and I just cocked back like I was getting ready to King Kong his face, right? And it was funny because there was this girl right beside me. Her name's Monica. Monica was right there on the front row of the court, right in front of me. And she just goes, Monica! Like that, right? And she screamed like so wildly, you know what I'm saying, that I was like,
something's going on.
No.
Something's about to happen.
I was getting ready, like my hand was up in the air. I was getting ready to clean this dude's clock, right? I was just so irate that I was mad too that the referees didn't call it. I'm overseas, you know what I'm saying? I'm already irritated. I miss America, all this stuff's going up. But yeah, I cocked my hand back and I was going to put my fist through the back of his face. So here's the thing. She screams, but my point is that emotion of that one, you're fighting to get something and somebody's grabbing onto it. First of all, it's dangerous, grabbing somebody's leg. And that second one, it
wasn't hate, it was frustration. But my thing is so when we look at officiating, does something need to be done when there's a situation like so he was retaliating?
Yeah.
And I'm not saying that what he did was right because like I said, the last stomp he should have been thrown out, but my thing is why is nothing else done to the Mississippi State players? He was enticed to do that. He's not a hateful person. He wasn't doing it out of hate. He was doing it out of a heat of the moment frustration.
Yeah, but you just can't kick people.
No, I mean he should have been.
Yeah.
I'm more mad about the other players not getting
that last one. Like, and here's the thing: when I look at it as a coach, as a father, as a teammate, I got it. You know what I'm saying? I see why. Because here's the thing: you held on. I couldn't get involved in the play because I can't do what I'm supposed to be doing because you're holding on to my leg, and now. You won that little battle by holding on to my leg extra, right? And now I gotta kick you I gotta get some pound of flesh.
I mean, it happens in basketball a lot. Like what happens is two big men get tangled up under the basket, and the first guy causes the tangling, on purpose. The other guy retaliates. The guy who retaliates gets the technical, and the other guy is let off. The person who starts the fight usually doesn't get in trouble.
He gotta go.
Yeah, the person who starts the whole chaos.
You know what, too? Keep in mind, people, that game you saw, speaking of the bowl game, which we totally did them a disservice.
We still got 10 minutes.
Next time, if you played in a bigger bowl game, then we wouldn't get intercepted with New Year's talk. It's your fault.
I do like getting a win over an SEC opponent, though. A game that we weren't expected to win because we went in as underdogs and pulling off the win. It was fun. It was it's one of those things where we look at this win at certain seasons, and we're like, oh, we went to Music City Bowl, we beat Mississippi State.
You're gonna remember
but this year, you're gonna remember it because this was Satterfield's first year. He starts off his bowl, record 1-0 at Louisville. You get a win versus an SEC opponent in Nashville. The crowd was great. I think my brother texted me and said that they said that there was 46,000 or something fans there.
Really?
Which is pretty impressive.
Awesome.
The whole lower bowl was packed.
The Music City, they'll never, ever let us fall below a Music City Bowl ever again.
Well, is our affiliation, I don't know, I thought I heard somebody talking about how our affiliation with the Music City Bowl, the ACC, is done after this year.
Really?
Could be wrong.
They're going to have to re-up that one. If they can make it to where any way that they can not.
Yeah, Nashville's a fun town.
I was speaking of the game. Keep in mind, people, that team you saw out there, that team you saw, didn't have Dorian Etheridge or Makai.
That's what I was about to say. Makai Becton. Makai, because see, the thing is I think a lot of people are worried about what this team is going to be next year when offensive line was the thing that needed to be fixed. It's got fixed, pretty well, but we're going to lose our top offensive lineman. You got Trevor Reed coming in. He's going to step right in and take his spot. But I think you look at yesterday's game, you say Mikhail Cunningham, Javian Hawkins, and Tutu Atwell were the leaders of that team. All three are coming back.
You know what else I noticed? Mikhail Cunningham protected himself a lot better. He did.
That was his first full game. He might have played all season, wasn't it?
Yeah, and there was still one point where he was limping off. I said this to Steve. I said, I think he's a natural limper, right?
Yeah.
Like, you ever watch some basketball players that always look like they got something wrong until they steal the ball, and then they go dunk it, and then they go back to that.
That guy, every time they get tackled, they're going to get up and just have a little bit.
Yeah,
whether
yeah.
hurt or not.
Yeah, just kind of got a natural, just
part of his swagger.
You just look hurt all the time. Yeah, no more ACC in the Music City. You're right.
Yeah, no more. But the Mikhail Cunningham, the thing about Mikhail is we have so much. Well, I wouldn't say so much, but we have some depth at the quarterback position with T-Webb coming in. You got Evan Conley, and if Jawan Pass comes back, that you can let him go out and play his game. And not. Knock on wood, hopefully nothing happens. But if he does go down with an injury, you just bring in Conley like we did in the Wake Forest game.
Homer Pass is still on the roster.
I know. He hasn't transferred yet, so we might still be deep at quarterback next year with 4 guys that could play. Even without Chuba, so all you fans don't have to worry about it. Chuba would have been, second or third on the depth chart. At least for the next season.
You think so?
He would have
been bad. Coach. Satterfield, I'm with Coach Mack on this one. You have got to throw one more pass in that game to make Mikhail Cunningham eligible to be second in the nation in passing efficiency.
Yeah.
You would have stole a quarterback, a grad transfer quarterback, just by letting him pass one more time. I'm so mad at you. Throw the bomb, Coach.
Do you think they still
go deep, Coach?
Do they still target another quarterback? Not a grad transfer, because there's nobody that can come in and compete.
I don't know. Some good quarterbacks, man. A grad transfer?
Never know. What about Javian Hawkins finishing with 1,525 yards, 8th in the country? Trevor Reed's good, too. Just saying. Trevor Reed. I'm excited about Trevor Reed.
Javian Hawkins had an awesome year.
So what about Tutu Atwell? 1,276 yards, tied for 7th most.
Was 7th most in the country.
Tied for 10th most touchdowns with 12.
He was top 10 in the country in touchdowns.
Yeah, for receivers. He was tied for 10th with 12. He was tied for 7th in yards with 1,276. And Javian Hawkins was 8th in the country in rushing yards, which was 1,525.
that Mississippi State line is huge. We need some dudes that big.
Right.
Look, our team, you're gonna have to eat all off you.
Kentucky's offensive line was better than Mississippi State's though.
Yeah, I'm only talking about how impressed I was
the
with
size.
with the Mississippi size.
Trevor Reed's pretty good. I'm real excited about Trevor Reed, if you can't tell.
Yeah, and I do want to say, like, I did read the text messages today, and like I said, it was some people enjoyed it, some people were just ready to talk bowl game the entire time.
Yeah.
I feel you.
No, I do think that there was probably a handful of people that were like, we're gonna sit here week after year, and we're just gonna win this thing. It's totally cool. It was pretty awesome. It was awesome. It was so fun to watch. It was just a good end to the year because, to be honest, we needed that win more than anything. Coming off the Kentucky basketball loss, coming off the Kentucky football loss, we just needed, hey, we're going to go get this win, and then, the basketball team will bounce back this weekend and beat Florida State on Saturday with the top 25 victory.
Well, the best thing I can do is let people listen to the...
Well, actually, hold on. I don't know if we can play it just because it's 14 minutes long and we have live programming.
Okay.
Because for those of you sticking with us, I mean, we can see what they want to do. We'll go ahead and play it. We'll let them start late.
No, I mean, you can kind of sort of.
No, I'm letting you know that there's we're doing noon to 3 programming on 93.9. Pat Jaggers is going to be hosting with intern Cream producing / co-hosting.
Noon to 3?
Noon to 3.
What is it for?
I believe. I don't want to say this because I'm not 100%, but I don't believe that there is a drive this afternoon. Mark Ennis it's his birthday, and he's got some New Year's plans. I don't think he's planning on doing a show, so Pat instead is going to do a show from noon to 3, and he's going to do it with intern Cream. I wish I could stick around, but I got to make a job.
I'm going to wait because there's a text I'm curious about, and it says, and before you officially sign off. What do you think the text says? I'm going to wait.
That's all you see?
Yeah.
Before you officially sign off.
Yeah.
Here's to a 2020 NCAA basketball national championship.
I don't know. I don't know what it's going to say, but yeah, man, I'm not one guy to be around on New Year's.
I'm the same way. I'm not really the guy who, don't get me wrong, New Year's is awesome, but it's not something that I really look forward to. I'm just like,
I enjoy my days so much.
I'd almost rather, don't get me wrong, I go to the parties, because we're going to a party tonight. We're going over to my girlfriend's friend's house, and we got a big nacho bar we're setting up, and it's going to be good. But I would be just fine sitting on the couch watching the ball drop at home.
And before you just come on, Texas, I tried.
You're trying to hold off.
Yeah,
I would say we can play Satterfield, but I might just get out here early so we can let them get on.
Yeah, I was gonna say you can hit my play out music one last time for the year.
Oh man, to make it sound like it's all sad and stuff, like we're leaving.
Is Mac not playing a freshman? Listen, that's Steve's point. We're all emotional. It's been a great year. You know what I'm saying? I'm all thankful. And the last text of my show year is, does Mac not playing the freshman?
Oh, so that's how we're gonna wrap up
right,
2019.
Look, I can't even tell what else they put either, but just the energy of that. I mean, we wasted our
time. You got a high note or a bold prediction or something you want to make for 2020?
Absolutely not.
Come on, make a bold prediction.
We'll start that on Monday. I mean, we'll start that when we get back in here.
We'll make our New Year's resolutions and bold predictions.
Safe and happy New Year is what the text says.
All that build up for that. Thank you, though. We do appreciate it.
Yeah, like I said, thanks for riding with your boy all year. The people who look forward to the show on a daily basis. Glad I can keep you entertained. Glad you're having a ball with me. We are having a ball literally day after day after day. Really, really fun. Thanks, Brian. It's been a fun year. You did a great job.
Good
Thanks,
time.
Steve. Keep it rolling.
You just enjoy your second home there in Gatlinburg.
Right.
What has he been there, like 3 or 4 times in the past 3 months?
Our old sponsors and our new sponsors and the sponsors that will be joining the show in the new year. So it's going to be fun. It's going to be a whole lot of fun. Everybody's going to make a whole lot of moolah.
Yeah.
Let's get paid this year, y'all. 93.9 The Ville.
Happy New Year.